All right. Today I will be recording myself attempting the US 1K plus city coverage quiz on HugeQuiz, more specifically on the expert difficulty. And more specifically than that, I will be attempting to gain back my world record on this quiz, which for a long time I had. However, since I haven't attempted this quiz in over a year, someone has surpassed me. And I figured it would be interesting to record myself doing this, since there isn't an abundance of huge quiz content out there on YouTube, at least not people attempting this quiz on expert difficulty, seriously. So I figured it'd be interesting to record myself. Now I have 180 minutes or 3 hours to do this quiz, which quite frankly is not enough time to get anywhere close to well, okay, I shouldn't say get anywhere close. I can definitely get close to completing it, but in the times in the past where I've attempted this quiz, I mean, I've attempted it several times. I've had entire areas of the country that I wasn't able to fill in as much as I would have liked because there simply wasn't enough time. Now, hopefully, some strategies that I employ today will minimize the amount of time that's wasted, but unfortunately, I may not cover as much as I ideally would like to cover. And but anyway, I suppose I should stop yapping and actually attempt this quiz. Again, this is going to take me 3 hours, so yeah, it's going to be quite the endeavor. So anyways, let me just full screen this. And I think my strategy is I'm just going to start with extremely common city names, just get those out of the way. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to be talking during this whole thing. uh, because I might want to focus. I'm not sure. Might not be the most entertaining thing. But anyways, let's just go and let's get going. Let's start with some very common city names: Washington, Jefferson, Jefferson Town, Jeffersonville, Jefferson City, Lincoln, Lincoln City, Warren, Warrenton, Warrensburg, Warrenville, Ware, Franklin, Franklinton, Franklinville, Hamilton. I didn't get Lincolnton or Lincolnville. May as well type those in. What else can we got? Marion, Marionville, Webster, Randolph. We can get Jackson, Jacksonville, Hudson, Clay, Clayton, Winston, Wilson, Tyler, Taylor. What else is there? Newton, Jasper, Springfield, Lebanon, Oxford, Cambridge, Manchester. Let's just get Lake Michigan, West Texas, some of the stupid names, Alto, Texas, just to get those out of the way. Leo, Leon, Leonard, Leonardtown. Those also bug me. Van, Texas as well. What else is there that I can get? That's exceedingly common. There's definitely more that I'm forgetting. Let's just get Auburn, Augusta, Ashland, Albany, Lexington, Wilmington, Burlington, Winchester. There's Arlington, Alexandria, Vernon. What about there's definitely more. Riverview, Riverside, Riverdale, Riverton, Lakeview, Lakeside, Lakewood, Bloomfield, Bloomsburg, Bloomington, Bloomingdale, and yeah, let's just do Maine as much of that as we can. Kent, Fort Kent, Madawaska, Madawaska, Van Buren, Limestone, Bolton, Caribou, Presque Isle, Washburn, Mapleton, Patton. I don't think that's big enough. Patton, no, it's not big enough. Mars, Pennsylvania, Mars Hill. We'll get Millinocket, East Millinocket. Let's just type in, yeah, Dover, Foxcroft, Green, Greenville. Let's get all the green variants. Greenfield, Greensburg, Greenland, Greendale, Greentown, Greensboro. I get Greensburg. I get Greendale, Greenwood. Okay. And Green is also a town in Maine. Just get that out of that. And Greenville, Tennessee with an E. Okay. Baileyville. Calais, Eastport, Jonesport, Machias, Cherryfield, Millbridge. We'll get East Machias for good measure. And then we can get Stockton, Stockton Springs, Surrey, Trenton, Mount Desert, Vinyl Haven, Deer Isle, Blue Hill. What else can we get? Goldsboro, Bangor, Orono, Old Town, Washburn. What am I even? No, that's up north. Howland, Greenbush, Bradley, Orrington, Eddington. What can we get down there? Dedham, and then Palmyra, Palermo, Levant. Um, let's see here. There's White Township, New Jersey, Whitefield. It's not what I wanted. Union works better, I think. We already got Washington, Union, Hope. Those don't really help. Um, Rockland, Waldo, Arkansas, Waldoboro, Wiscasset, and then Bow in New Hampshire, Bowdoin, and then Boothbay, Phippsburg, Brunswick. You can get Yarmouth, Portland, Kittery, Saco, and then Standish, Sebago, Harrison, Raymond, Wales. It's not what I wanted. We'll do Livermore, Minot, and then Waterville, Pittsfield. What is down here? Damariscotta. No, it doesn't work. St. George. Okay, that's perfect. In here, I mean, Camden or Belfast. I mean, that covers a bit. What else is in here? Isn't there like Searsmont, Etna? Okay, that works. And then Newburgh. May as well get Newburgh without the H too. No, Friendship is further south. There's Belgrade, Reedfield, Skowhegan, Madison, Norwich in Illinois, Norwich Lock, J. Wilton. There's a New Sharon, Anson, Rangeley. It's way out there. Bethel, Freiburg, Rumford. Further south, we got Parsons, West Virginia, Parsons Field, Baldwin, or like Porter should work there. Porter. And north of here, what is there? Like Dixfield, Brown? No, that's down there. Field. Okay, that works. What else is here? Like Paris, Mexico, West Paris. And then in here, I've typed in Freiburg, I think. Yeah. What is in this area? There must be something. What is that town with 1,500 people there? And then elsewhere. I mean, there's Hertz, Michigan, Heartland, Charlestown, Charleston, Dexter, Milo. It's probably other stuff up here. I mean, there's definitely going to be something in here. What is that town with 1,500 people? I really should know that. I mean, I do know it, I'm sure, but I'm struggling. Wait, is that Waterford? Okay, that didn't cover anything, in Maine at least. And then down here, there's like Shapley, Alfred. You can get Kennebunk, Ogunquit, Ogunquit, and then up here, like, I don't know, Dayton. Okay, that covers it. And then let's get Ames, Iowa, Amesbury, then Haverhill. We can get Lowell, and then we'll do Brookline. I think there's a brook somewhere. I'm not sure. I think that's in Maine, actually, so it doesn't help at all. Keene, Lebanon, we already got. Clare, Michigan, Claremont. No, that's further north. What do we want there? Allsted, Westminster, Vermont. That covers a bit. Winchester. No, we already got that. It's further south. Walpole. That also doesn't help. What was that town there? I mean, down here, I think we can just get like Rattleboro, and that should cover it. Okay. And what else is there? Jaffrey, and then Henniker should cover some stuff. Mount Vernon. You know, we got Mount Pleasant, Mount Vernon, Mount Sterling. Then here. Uh, I think Francistown. No, that doesn't cover it. Stoddard. Okay, that covers it. Then Lacon, Illinois, Laconia, Guilford, Wolfboro, Moulton, Alabama, Moultonboro, Nottingham, north of there, like Wakefield, Barnstead, Farmington, and then Canterbury, I think should cover that bit. Not Antrim, that's further south. Sunapee, New London. May as well type in Old London while I'm at it. Um, Thornton, Campton, and then Lawrence, not Lawrence, we already got Madison, Artslet, Tamworth, and then this area. I mean, further north there's Franconia. I'll get that. And then Rumney, I think, is in this area. What is that? 1,400 people. Not sure I know that. In this area. Haverhill, that might be, we already got that, you idiot. Cannon, Lime. And north of there, I don't think I know that, but doesn't matter since there shouldn't be anything else in there. Then Northumberland, Merlin, Milan. I don't know that there'd be anything else up there. It's Lisbon, then far north, Colebrook, and none of the other North New Hampshire towns even have a 1K. So Vermont will get Whiting and Wisconsin and some st other stuff. Whitingham, Bennington, there's Pownell, Shaftesbury. In the middle of here, what is there like Jamaica? Killingly is Connecticut. Killington is like, what is that town called? And there's Randolph, you know, Chester. Okay. And then New Jersey, Wallingford, Clarendon, Rutland. You already got Manchester, Fairhaven, Castleton, Granville, New York covers some stuff. Where's Feaston? That's further north. This area. What is the town there called? There's oh God. I mean there's Tunbridge that's further north though. There's Sharon, Bethel we already got. What is the town here? Ludlow, I think. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. And down here, like does Londonderry cover that? It does, pretty much. And if there's something in here, I mean, what can we do to cover that? Like, that one is 2K. What is that town called? It's 2K people right there. Huh. And up north, Brandon, not Cambridge, Bristol is what we want. Addis, Louisiana, Addison. Then Ferris, Texas, Ferrisburg. Orwell, I think, is there. And then in this area right here, 9K, Middle Township, New Jersey, Middlebury, Chittenden, and whatever this thing is. I mean, around here, there's like Huntington. I think that's a bit further north, though. Yeah, that's definitely further north. We already got Burlington, Richmond, Grand Isle, Alburgh. May as well get Dannemora and Rouse's Point in New York, and Massena, Malone, Highgate, Jericho, Fairfax, Swanton. There's J. Apparently, it's not big enough. Troy, Newport, and then Hyde Park, Walcott, Cabot, Burke, Barnet, and then Barton, Brighton, Sunderland, or no, Lunenburg is that northeast Vermont one. Plainfield, it's further south. There's like Calais, I think that's, yeah, we already got that anyway. Danville, I think, is in this area. North of there. I'm not sure. Isn't there like a Craftsbury? Okay, that's there. There's also like Glover. Yeah, that's there. Okay, nice. Waterbury. And then up here, far north, we already got Highgate. There's Berkshire. Yeah, we didn't already type that. And then this remaining area, what is there? Like Johnson? No, that's too far south. Like, what can I get to obtain that? That one has 2K people. Why is my mind suddenly blanking? I'm like, all of these. That's Shelton or Sheldon or Fairfield or something. Then east of there. I don't know. I think there's a Danby, Vermont somewhere, but there's also a Brownington. Yeah, th those don't help. I don't even know where those are. And up here is like Thetford, Radford, Fairleigh. Fairleigh? That's not big enough. West Fairleigh. I could have sworn that was big enough. And then this other stuff up here. Huh. What else is up there? I probably shouldn't waste time trying to think of things in Vermont. Like I should really use my time in a more efficient way, getting stuff in actually populated areas where I will remember things. Charlemont, Egremont, and then Monterey. Peru isn't big enough, apparently. Chesterfield, Granville, or no, not Granville, Hinsdale. I always conflate those two. Ada, Adams, and then Buckland. In the middle, we can get like Shutesbury, Rutland, or Barry should cover that. And then Athol, and then up here, Winchendon, there, like Bedford. No, that's not what I want. How about like Maynard or Littleton? Okay, that's good. And then Hull, Plymouth, Carver, Duxbury, there's Taunton, east, I mean, southeast, there's Lakeville, Bridgewater's east. And you got Blackstone for that gap there, north of there, like Hopkinton. And then Westport, we can get Falmouth, and then Barnstaple. Actually, no, it's not ideal. Mashpee is probably better. Truro, and Chatham, Wellfleet, Nantucket, and Showmark is actually, we want something in the middle. Edgartown, that should cover everything 1K plus. Martha's Vineyard, Situate, Gloucester, East Greenwich. May as well get regular Greenwich, wherever that may lie. Stonington, New Shoreham, and then northeastern Connecticut. What can we get? Like Coventry, Windham, Mansfield. What is up there? Like Eastford. That should cover everything there. They literally have New Haven uncovered right there. Looks like Connecticut's covered. I think so. All right. New York, of course. Glen Cove, Great Neck, Linden, and a bunch of places. Lindenhurst, Garden City should cover that gap there. There was nothing even in there. Not Northville, Northport. It's also Greenport, Bellport, and then Lake Grove, Patchogue, Babylon. There's Bog, and then East Hampton. Is there anything else out here? Like, I mean, up here, we're not going to get Port Jefferson. I don't know if there's anything east of there. Like, yeah, I don't know that there's anything incorporated in there. And then upstate New York, what is there? A good Curiosity Jewel, Greenwood Lake, Sloatsburg, and then New Square, Kipsey, Ossining, Peekskill, and Brewster, Halling, Mount Kisco, Kinder, and I believe Louisiana, Kinderhook, Red Hook, Fishkill, and Chatham. Or is that not registered? There is a Chatham in here that's incorporated. Maybe it's not. They already got it. I don't know. Um, no, Hoosick Falls is further north. Galatia, I think, is also further north. Yeah. What else can we get? New Paltz, Ellenville, and then King, North Carolina, Kingston, Rhinebeck, Hudson, we already got. North of there, what is there like Saugerties? There's also Coxsackie, at that as well. That right there, I don't know what that is. I don't think I know what's out here. Schenectady, Voorheesville, Voorhees Township, New Jersey, Alta, Iowa, Altamont, Cobleskill, Cooperstown, can get Mechanicville, and then Saratoga, Spring, All Louisiana, Boston Spa, Lake George, Glens Falls. Is there anything else in here? I may as well type in Whitehall. And there's like Stillwater is here. And Greenwich and Cambridge we already got. Amsterdam, Johnstown, Broadalbin. There's Ilion, Herkimer, Little Falls, Dolgeville. No, that doesn't help. Fort Plain, Canajoharie. We can get Ogdensburg, and then Norwood, Gouverneur, Governor, Jesus Christ, Philadelphia, Watertown, Louisville, and then Central Square, Boonville, Pulaski, Camillus, Marcellus, Syracuse, Oswego, Fulton. You already got Clayton, I think. Yeah. And then Potsdam, Canton, Saranac, Michigan, Saranac Lake, Tupper Lake. What else is up here? I mean, there's Utica, Rome, Oneida, Manoa, Chittenango, Cazenovia, and then let's see here. There's it. Buffalo, Tonawanda, Niagara, Wisconsin, Niagara Falls, Youngstown, and then Attica, Oakfield. There's Warsaw, Geneseo, Batavia, Alden, Akron, Blasdell, Orchard Park, East Aurora, Depew, Lockport, Middleport, and we'll just get upper and lower townships, New Jersey. So those don't annoy me. Holly, Spencerport, Fairport, Brockport, Rochester, Webster. We already got that. I think that's Albion, Dinah. Then we can get Silver Creek, Angola, Westfield, Jamestown, Salamanca, Olean, and then we got Sodus, Ponyaway Falls, Victor, no, not Peru, Lima. That doesn't help. Churchville, Leroy, and then Danville. We already got Vermont, Dansville, Cornell, Corning, Bath, Canisteo. Already got Franklinville, I think. Arcade, Springville, Gowanda, Salamanca, I think I already typed in. We'll get Owego, Binghamton, Elmira, Horseheads, Dundee, Groton, Truman, Minnesota, Trumansburg, Ithaca, Cortland, Homer, Oneonta, Norwich, Deposit. What else is there? Geneva, Canandaigua, Waterloo, Penyan, Montour Falls, and then Skaneateles. Oh, we can get Walcott. We already have Clyde, Weed, California, Weedsport. These other gaps down here, there's Wellsville. There's got to be stuff in here that I can think of. Like, what am I forgetting? There's definitely stuff in here. Like Cuba is one. Yeah, I should be able to remember more in here. I feel like I'm failing hard over here. Um, what else can we get? Hamilton, we already got. Walton, Sydney, and then Delhi, Monticello, Fort Jervis, Middletown, and then Montgomery, and then Liberty. Is there anything else in here that I can even name? I believe there is a Morrisville in here somewhere. That isn't where I wanted it to be, though. Yeah, there's like Clinton or New Waterford. What am I thinking of? New Hartford? Waterford. We already got that. Okay. I mean, whatever. There's definitely stuff we're missing. Let's get New Jersey out of the way. Sandy in a few states, Sandyston Township, and then Lambert, Mississippi, Lambertville, Cranberry Township, and then Old Bridge Township. Freehold should cover that area. There's nothing even in there. Lavalette, I think, is there. And then Lacey Township, Woodlands Township, Tabernacle Township, there's Egg Harbor Township and Egg Harbor City, and then Commercial Township, Millville, Weymouth Township, Atlantic, Iowa, Atlantic City, Absecon, Brigantine, or like Long Beach Township. Is there even anything in there? Little Egg Harbor Township. Okay, that covered, I think, Bass River Township. Down, no, that's not what we want. Elk Township, Elsinboro Township, Quinton Township. Let me just check if New Jersey's done. It is. Okay. And then Delaware. We get Lewis, Delmar, Selbyville. There's Milford, Milton, Millville, Millsboro, Mills, Wyoming, Forest Millsboro, Blades, and then Bridgeville. For anything north, I'll get Felton, and then Newark. I don't know. I doubt there's anything in the gaps. And Maryland will get as well. Snow Hill. There's like Pocomoke City, Crisfield, and then what else can we add? Let me just get the county seats. Chestertown, Centerville. We'll get all the variants of that. There's Denton, Easton. We already got Cambridge, Princess Anne, Berlin. We already have Hurlock, Goshen, or not Goshen, Hebron. Doesn't cover anything. Rock Hall, St. Michael's. Is there anything in here? I don't know that there is. And Bel Air. I think everything up there should be covered. There's not many incorporated places in Maryland to begin with. Like Baltimore, there's tons of stuff in there, but none of it's being picked up because none of it is incorporated. La Plata, Indian Head, Morningside, Laurel, Bowie, Gaithersburg, Rockville, Poolsville, Mount Airy, Emmitsburg, Sykesville. There's like Frederick, of course, New Market, Middletown. We already got New Windsor. Don't know if there's anything else there. Hagerstown, Boonesboro, Smithsburg, Hancock, and then Frostburg. Cumberland isn't even going to cover anything else. Oakland. Maryland's done, of course it isn't. Lona, Koning. Okay, now it's done. Westernport was uncovered. Okay. Let's get Pottstown, Norris, Tennessee, Norristown, Doylestown, Jenkintown, Quakertown, Red Hill. We can get Sellersville to cover that. Then we already got Chester. Let's do Chester Heights, Phoenixville, and then Westchester, Kennett, Missouri, Kennett Square. Oxford, we already have. We don't have New Oxford, though. May as well get that. Corryville, Lancaster, Miller, and Wyoming. Or no, South Dakota, rather. Millersburg, Columbia. May as well type in Columbus. Elizabeth Town, Manheim, Akron, Denver. Already have Akron. Reading, Honeybrook. What is that? Coatesville. And then York gets New Freedom. And then Stewartstown, Jacobus, or like Red Lion. And then Harrisburg, Marysville. I also type in Maryville while I'm at it. Millersburg, Likens, Pine Grove, Hamburg, and then Lehigh, Utah, Lehighton, Palmerton, and then Tama, Iowa, Tamaqua, Shamokin, um, Mifflinburg, Middleburg, Selinsgrove. What else do we not have? Wernersville should cover a bit of that. What else? What do we cover more? Myerstown, or like Robesonia, whatever. Pottsville, Schuylkill Haven, north of there, like Mahanoy City, Eastland Township, New Jersey, Hazleton, Freeland, Weatherly, mm, Coningham, Bloomsburg. No, that's not what we want. Berwick, Allen, Texas, Allentown, Kutztown, and then Topton for good measure. North of there, I don't know what to cover that. I'll do Slatington, covers a bit. Stroud, Oklahoma, Stroudsburg, Mount Pocono, and then Holmesdale, Forest, Mississippi, Forest City, German, and then Susquehanna Depot. There's a what is that place called? There's God. What am I thinking of? There's Montrose, Tunkhannock, Towanda. There's there's a shingle house somewhere in northern Pennsylvania. I don't even remember where that is. Waverly, New York was uncovered. And then let me get Emporium or Novo, Jersey Shore, Williamsport, Hughesville, and then Smethport, Coudersport, Elkland, Mansfield, we already have, Wellsboro, Lossburg. Um, what else is out here? Port Allegheny, then Bradford is already covered, Corey, and then Youngsville, Union City, Northeast, Erie, Lake City, and then Grove, Oklahoma, Grove City, Slippery Rock, and then Butler, Newcastle, Zelienople, Elwood City. There's what is there? I mean, there's Greenville. We already have that. Meadville, Edinburgh, Titusville, and then just get Oil City for good measure. West of there, there's Mercer. What is northeast of Mercer? Isn't there like a town there that I know of? I don't even know. And then let's see here. Curwensville, Phillipsburg, Du Bois, Clarion, Clearfield. You can get to St. Mary's, then Johnsonburg, Brockway, Bridgeway, Brookville, interior. There's like Huntingdon. May as well get Huntington. No, we already have that. Mount Union, Lewistown, State College, Belfont, and then Tyrone, Altoona, Roaring Spring, Martinsburg, McConnellsburg, Chambersburg. Here's Greencastle, Shippensburg, Gettysburg, Carlisle, Dillsburg, Mount Holly Springs, Somerset, Berlin. No, we already have that. Myersdale, Everett, Windber, Nannyglow, Ebensburg, Portage. There's Indiana, Homer City, and then Derry. Um, what else is down here? It's not Greensburg. We already have that. Oh, there's Charleroi, Burgettstown, Coraopolis, Industry, Waynesburg, and then Fairchance, Uniontown, and then what else can we get? Harryopolis. There's a Vandergrift, Trafford, Monroeville, Freeport, and then there's I don't know Leechburg. That doesn't help at all. What is that town there? Jesus, 2.59. Is that like Manor? No. Irwin? No. It's Delmont, I think. Yeah. And this thing, what is that town called? I definitely know that, but I'm failing right now. What else is around here? There's like Kittening, Punxsutawney, Ford City. I don't know how much else there is up here that I know. I mean, there's like a South Bethlehem somewhere, but that's tiny. Bethlehem, yeah. Then I've missed Lock Haven, I just noticed. Yeah. I don't know if I've missed anything else obvious. Probably. I'm probably going to miss several things that are obvious by the end of this quiz. Down here, there's probably something I've heard of, but I can't think of it. Let's do Virginia. There's not many incorporated cities in Virginia. Chincoteague, Hancock, Exmoor, Cape Charles. Those are the four in the East Shore that are incorporated with more than 1K people. Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Suffolk, Newport News, Poquoson, Williamsburg, Richmond, we already got. Ashland, we already got. Petersburg, which covers the two other independent cities there. Um, Emporium, not Emporium, Emporia, Waverly. We already have that. Windsor, Smithfield, and then Kilmarnock, West Point, Appahannock. Is there other stuff out here? There's Colonial Poland, Michigan, Colonial Beach, Frederick, Wisconsin, Fredericksburg, Manassas, Dumfries. What else is there? It's like Bowling Green, Louisa, Gordo, Alabama, Gordon, Georgia, Gordonsville, Charlotte, Charlottesville, and then Culpeper. We can get Oran, Missouri, Orange, and then Leesburg, Purcell, Oklahoma, Purcellville, Herndon, Haymarket, Front Royal, and then what else is there? Luray, Woodstock. You can get Shenandoah. There's Ridgewater. No, no, we have that. Grottos, north of Harrison. I mean, Harrisonburg. Okay, I mean, covers most of it. We can also get like Broadway, I think covers that. Yeah. Waynesboro, Stanton, Clifton, Forge, which covers Lexington. It's like Glasgow in here and Buchanan, Roanoke, and then not Mechanicsburg. What am I doing? And there's Alta Vista, Hurt, Lynchburg. Gretna isn't even going to cover anything. South Hill, South Boston, Chase City, Clarksville, Farmville. There's very little that's incorporated in this area. Appomattox, Amherst. We already have Amherst. Is there other stuff? There's Lawrenceville. There's we got Stewart and Chatham. No, we haven't gotten Stewart. Independence, Abingdon, Bristol. We already have that. Gate City, Clintwood, Bluefield, Richlands, Tazewell, Pulaski. We already have that apparently. Wytheville, Christiansburg, Petersburg, and then what else is there? Hillsville, Rocky Mount, Martinsville. Far west, there's like Pennington Gap, Bakestone Gap, Appalachia. It doesn't help. Wise. Yeah. I mean, there's Rural Retreat, Coburn. I think we already have Saltville. Yeah, if there's other stuff, I'm sure. It's very easy to overlook things. Pennsylvania, we'll get Welch, Ocean Township, New Jersey. Now, when I went to there, Oceana, Williamson, Chapman, Kansas, Chapmanville, Madison, we already have. Logan, and then Nitro, Dunbar. It's not even helping. Hamlin and Hinton, White Sulphur Springs. I don't even know why I went for that one. That's such a long name. Lansvert, Richwood, Somersville, and then Beckley, Fayetteville, Oak Hill, Mullins, Anstead. There's Rainell is there, Princeton. What else can we get? I don't think Marlin, Texas, Marlinton. No, that doesn't have 1K. Spencer, we already have. Ravenswood, Ripley, Point Pleasant. Point Pleasant, there's Parkersburg, and then Peden City, Glenville, Harrisville, and then Salem. What else is there? You can get Fairmont, Clarksburg, Manning, South Carolina, Mannington, and then Kingwood. We already got Parsons, Kaiser, Romney, Moore, Oklahoma, Moorfield, uh, Elkin, North Carolina, Elkins, and then Buckhannon, Grafton, Philippi, Weston, and then South. I mean, there's Weirton is north. We can get to West Liberty. There's a type. Oh, I already got that. Damn. Mound, Minnesota, Moundsville. Oh, what is south? Like of there, Shady Side. What is that thing south of there? I'm not sure what that is. In Ohio. Yeah. Is there anything else 1K in this area of West Virginia? I don't know that there is. Okay. We'll get to Ohio now. Conneaut, Ashtabula. This area, I think there's literally nothing. Like we already have Cortland and roaming shores isn't going to cover anything really. Cleveland, Eastlake, Westlake, and then Chardon. There's South Russell, Middlefield. Actually, or well, no, doesn't cover anything. We already have that. Um, Navarre is not what I wanted. And there's Fairlawn. What is the county seat there? It's Ravenna, and then Alliance, Salem. You can get not Monroe Falls, Newton Falls. Doesn't cover anything. That thing there, what is that? 7.6K people. I don't think there's me. I think I'm there anyway. St. Clair, St. Clairsville, Carroll, Carrollton, Cadiz, and then I don't think these towns are uncovered. Wintersville, yeah, Strasburg. There's we got Loudonville, and then Sugar Creek, Shreve, Worcester, Richmond, Orville, and then Grafton. We already have. There's like Westfield Center, and then further out here. I mean, Oberlin. There's like Brewster, I think, Creston. No, those don't help. Huron, Sandusky, Oak Harbor, Fort Clinton. That right there. What is that like? 4.79K. Wellington? Okay. Oh, what else do we have? There's like Brooksville. Don't even know why that in particular came to mind. Zanesville. Is that already covered? That is not already covered. Okay. New Concord, and then New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, Pomeroy, Woodsfield, Athens, Nelsonville, and then we can get Belpre, Marietta. What else is down here? Gloucester. I'll get Oak Hill. Oh, we already have that. There's Ralston, and then MacArthur, Circleville, Chile coffee, and then Portsmouth, New Boston, and then Ironton, Vance, Alabama, Vanceburg, Tennessee, or Kentucky. What am I saying? Maysville. Oh, what is that right there? Is that like green up? Okay. And down here, there's Gallipolis. I don't know what else would be down there. In this area. What is in these gaps? There's like Newcomerstown, Burkesville, West Lafayette, Utica. No, we have that. Dresden, I think, is in there. Stockton. Well, Millersburg, we already have. I don't know what else would be in there. Then we can get Toledo, of course, Walbridge, Lucky, or Luck, Wisconsin, Lucky, Gibsonburg, Upper Sandusky, Tiffin, Fostoria. What is there? Like Cary is in here. North Baltimore, Finley, and then there's like Leipzig, and then Ottawa, Colida. We can get Bluffton for good measure. Wauseon, Delta. There's Napoleon, Bryan, Montpelier. No, Edgerton's already covered. Hicksville, Antwerp, and then Napoleon we already have. There's Paul, Idaho, Paulding, Defiance, other stuff in this area. Not really sure. Silva, Sylvania, and then Blissfield. Okay, Delphos, and then Wapakoneta, Urbana, and then St. Mary's. We already have Salina, Coldwater, Fort Loramie, Fort Recovery, Paris, I think is somewhere down there, like Saint Paris. Okay. And then what is here? Like Versailles, Union City. We have it's like no, not Bradford. It's Lewisburg, and then what am I even looking at? West of Springfield. I mean, I can get Enon, Xenia, Jeffersonville. We already have. What is that north of Jeffersonville? It looks like there's literally a town there. South Charleston. Okay. Plain City, Marysville. We already have Marion. We already have Delaware, Dublin, Westerville, Johnstown, or what's the other north one? Not New Albany, Sunbury, and then Centerburg, Curdington, Mount Gilead, and then Mount Vernon. We have what else is there? There's like Galleon, Bucyrus. What would even be in here? What am I even looking at? Upper Sandusky. I mean, there's like Willard, I think is that right there. I don't know what's west. And then here, like Kenton, south of Kenton, like not Sydney, not Urbana. Why am I forgetting? It's not Tiffin either. What the hell am I doing? That thing right there. There's a town there. What is that? It's like Forest? No. It's not even that small of a town. Richwood, we already have. Oh wait, that's West. What the hell did that just do? West Jefferson. Or no, it's not even West Jefferson. Huh. And up here. Why am I forgetting this town? It's literally a county seat. 14K people. It's not Urbana. It's not Sydney. Oh, it's Bellefontaine. There we go. Wow, that took me too long. Washington Courthouse. Lanchester. The north, like I think Lynchburg is there. Like, no, it's not Jamestown now. Mount Orab, Peebles, and then West Union, George, Iowa, Georgetown, other stuff in this area. I mean, there's Hillsborough, Hill, New Hampshire, not what I wanted. Hillsborough. Yeah, I don't know what else is here. All right. let's do Indiana. Oh wait, I didn't even really do this area. Van Wert. Van Wert is there. I think that's the only thing I can name in there. Probably. I mean, that has 2K people. I should be able to think of that. 2K. Huh. Whatever. It's like, no, it's not Anna. Whatever. Indiana. We can get, what is up here? Albion, or no, LaGrange. And then we can get, Columbia City, Rome City. There's like Kendallville. And we can get Fort Wayne and, ooh, what is the one north of there? Avila. There we go. And Churubusco. Then we can get South Bend, Osceola, and then Napanee, Ligonier, Bremen. Then there's, what is it called? There's North Liberty. There's also North Judson, and Counts, DeMott, Knox, Winnemac, and then what else is down here? LaPorte, Valparaiso, Westville, this area. Well, Three Oaks covers that. Walkerton. No, it's not what I wanted. New Carlisle's that one there. And then up here, just like Cherville should work, I think. Yeah. Rensselaer, Kentland, Fowler was north of Kentland. Not sure, unless it's like Walcottville. I don't know. And up here, like North Manchester. What else? I'm probably overlooking extremely obvious things like Warsaw, Rochester. I've already typed these in. Plymouth. Yeah, I've already got these. Brookston. It's like unknown. It's a town. And then Delphi, Laura, and then Wabash. We can get to Kokomo, Tipton, Hartford City, Hartford City, Gas City, Elwood. What else is here? I haven't gotten Logansport. North of Logansport, not sure. And then over here, there's like Bern, like Portland, Bluffton, Decatur. Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Attica, no, not Attica, Ossian. And then Muncie, Anderson, Pendleton, Lapel, Indianapolis, Speedway, Brownsburg, Whitestown. Then we got Frankfurt. We already have Lebanon. Cicero covers nothing. What else is up here? And there's like not Pittsburgh, Sheridan. Where's Sweetser? It's up there. Okay. I near Kokomo. There's apparently things. I don't know what those are. And there's Rossville. Doesn't cover anything. Crawfordsville, Petersburg, Clinton. We already have Covington, Rock, not Rockport, but I might as well type that in. I think there's Rockville, but I already have that. Linton, Jasonville, Terre Haute, Brazil, Ellettsville, and then Mooresville. Doesn't cover anything. Hope, no. Clover, Cloverdale, Monrovia. There's Lagodi, French Lick, Paoli, and then Nashville. Then up here, not sure what these towns are. Um, and there's Sullivan, this area. I feel like there's something I should know there. Like, oh yeah, there's Spencer, but we already have that. And then Vincennes, Forts Branch, Bicknell. Bicknell. Petersburg, Mount Carmel, Carmi, Mount Vernon we have. I don't think Hoosieville is on here. Evansville, Halberstadt, Darmstadt. New Harmony doesn't have 1,000. Isn't there something west? I don't know. Chandler. Um, what else can we get? Tell City, Cannleton, Corydon, and then Santa Claus, Huntingburg. What else is there? I have Petersburg, right? Yep. And there's Bedford, Seymour, Jasper, Brownstown. No, this area. There's a bunch of random towns. Dale, Orleans, Burnland. I never even remember where these are exactly. There's Scottsburg, Vevey, Rising Sun, north of Vernon, Beatsville, Milan, Osgood, Versailles, Connorsville, Rushville, Knightstown, and southwest of there. We already have Greensburg, that's Shelbyville. And then, not Danville, what is the southeast? But that is Shelbyville. Like Cumberland, does that cover it? Okay, some of it. Cumberland and southeast of there, not New Lebanon, New Palestine. Okay. I know there's gaps, then so be it. There's surely, I could very easily imagine there being stuff in there that I know, but I'm just trying to get through this. Let's do Florida. Key West is La Mirada, Marathon, Homestead, Miami, Palmetto, which is a different part of Florida, Palmetto Bay, Dora, Alabama, Doral, and then Wellington, that's further north. Yeah. Let's just get Okeechobee, Clewiston, Pahokee, South Bay, Belglade, no point typing that, Moorhaven, Bell, Venice, Marco Island, Naples, Bonita Springs, Sanibel, Cape Coral, Fort Myers. I don't think covers anything new. Punta Gorda, Northport. No, we have that. Sanibel, we also have Davie, Fort Lauderdale, um, Hallandale Beach, and then Pompano Beach, Delray Beach, Kirkland, and then up north, Jupiter, Sewell's Point. There's Indian Town, Palm Bay, Palm Coast, and then Port St. Lucie, Fellsmere, Grant, Valkyria, and then Stewart. No, it's not what we want to. Vero Beach, Sebastian. South of there's Fort Pierce. And then the central ones, there's Lake Placid, Avon Park, Frostproof, and that covers Sebring, I think. Yeah. Zolfo Springs, Arcadia, Wauchula, Lakeland, Winter Haven, Winter Park, Winter Gardens, Winter Springs, Kissimmee, St. Cloud, St. Leo, Zephyr Hills, Plant City, Tampa, Temple Terrace isn't going to be anything, St. Peter, St. Petersburg, and then there's nothing incorporated south of Tampa there. I don't think Anna Maria had 1,000 the 2020 census. Um, Sarasota, and then Gulfport doesn't cover anything. Oh, what is there? Like Bel Air. Yeah, Bel Air, Oldsmar, um, Dunedin. No, that's not what I wanted. Turpin Springs, Port Richey, Inverness. Brooksville. I feel like there's something incorporated in there, but I'm probably making that up. Crystal River, Inglis, and then Mascot, Fruitland Park, Wildwood, Bunnell and Bushnell, and then Bartow, Lake Helen, Lake Hamilton, Lake Alfred, Mulberry, Walk City. Interlochen is further north. I'll get that though. Umatilla, Orange City, Sanford, Howie in the hills. Up here, there's like Ocoee, Apopka. Nah, Maitland is only Mount Dora. I don't think Eatonville is going to cover anything. Or not Eatonville, Belle Isle. Yeah, there's nothing incorporated there. Crescent, Oklahoma, Crescent City, Piermont in New York. Pure Sand is what we want. Hawthorne. And then, yeah, we've got Dayton, Daytona Beach, Holly, Hell. It's like New Smyrna Beach. And then Ormond Beach. No. St. Augustine. St. Augustine, Flagler Beach, Green Cove Springs, Blatka, Interior. Oh, Interior Florida, Ocala, Newberry, High Springs, Gainesville. There's like Bronson, Chiefland, Cross City. Oh, what else is there? What is that? It's Bellevue. What else we have? Eastone Heights we'll get. Stark, McClenny, Lake Butler. There's hardly anything incorporated near Jacksonville since consolidated city county. Hilliard, Callahan, Jacksonville Beach, Hernandina Beach, Lake City. I've already typed that in, of course. Live Oak, Luntstown, Tallahassee, Gretna, Midway, Quincy, Mayo, Trenton, Live Oak. No, we've already got these. We're going to be missing obvious things that have over 1K. Williston. Yep. Huh. Yeah, I'm sure I'm missing obvious things. Let's just continue. Sneed, Alabama, I think. Sneeds. And then Apalachicola, Fort St. Joe, and Carabel. Mexico Beach. It's not even big enough. Hannah, Illinois, Panama, Oklahoma, Panama City Beach. Wow, that's painful. Type all that in. Crestview. And then Knowlton. No. Defuniak Springs. Florala, Wilmington. And then Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach, Destin. Chipley, Mariana, Bonifay, Wewa, Hitchcock in this area. I'm sure there's something in Lynn Haven. Yeah, and there's Graceville. Graceville. Okay, I'll do Georgia now. Valdosta, Lakeland, we already have. Homerville. There's Blackshear, Waycross, Vidalia, and we'll get Lyons too. There's Soperton, Alamo, Buena Vista. That's a completely different area. Um, Cochrane, Hawkinsville. There's Vienna, McRae, Helena, Eastman, and then Twin City exists. Statesboro, Swainsboro, Millen, Metter, Glenville, Reedsville. There's Richmond Hill, Tybee Island, and then oh, what is that place called? I mean, there's Rincon, Royston, or no, Guyton is the one up here, Brooklet, and then and there's Franklinton and Lincolnton and Warrenton. We already have those. Grovetown, Thompson, Davisboro, Rennes, Wadley. There's a Sparta. Where's Bogart? That's further north by Atlanta. Gray, Forsyth, Macon, and Warner, Robbins. There's Sandersville, Milledgeville, Dublin. We already have Tenneaug for good measure in East Dublin. Uh, God, Unadilla, and then there's another mill in here, Wrightsville. Wrightsville, yes. East Warner Robins. There's a town there. I mean, there's Jeffersonville, but that isn't big enough. Hartwell, Elberton, Union Point, Comer, and then what else could we get? I mean, there's Tocowa, Dahlonega, and then Blue Ridge. I don't think Hiawassee is enough people. No. LJ, Calhoun, Adairsville, Emerson, Carterville, or no, Cartersville, and then Rockmort, Villarica, Powder Springs, Atlanta, Buford, Solani. There's in Lawrenceville we already have Decatur, Duluth, something like that. Pucker, Dunwoody, and then not Sandy Springs, South Fulton. It's down there. What else can we get? Hiram, Dallas, Harley, Buchanan, or like Bowdoin, Tallapoosa, Cedartown, Mount Zion, and then Tryon, Ringgold, Chickamauga, Dalton, Chatsworth, Martell, Trenton. There's definitely other stuff. Social Circle, and then Conyers, Winder. No, it's not Monroe. Loganville, okay. McDonough, Brookhaven. Or no, that's not Brookhaven, that's Stonecrest. Oh, then we could get Noonan, Weston Noonan. What the hell is there? Franklin. I think that is there. Or Buchanan, but neither of those are big enough, clearly. Pine Valley, is it like Pine Grove? Or there's something like that as well, I think. Wait, I haven't. No, I have got Carrollton and LaGrange. I don't think I typed in Lafayette. That's northwest. And then Griffin. There's what is that town called? Zebulon, Thomaston, Barnesville. This area over here. It's like Monticello is east. Montezuma is south. I'm thinking of Manchester, but it doesn't help. Casita. There's a Morgan, Butler. We already have. I have a tendency to forget the towns in this area. I mean, they're pretty small anyway. I think most of them aren't even big enough. And over here, what is there? Like Fort Valley. And that right there. Looks like there's a town there. What is that? Like, surely I know that. Or I'm just being dumb. Oh, wait, that's Roberta. But that is not big enough. So, anyway, we already have Leesburg. Ohio's down there. Oh, what is there? Lake Park. Wait, you're telling me Lake Park, Georgia isn't big enough? Okay. Donaldsonville, Colquitt, either Oglethorpe or Colquitt. No, we already have that. Camilla, Cuthbert, Blakely, Ashburn, Pelham, Osceola, Omega, Thomasville, Cairo, Bainbridge, Moultrie, Douglas. Um, what else is there? Americus, Ordeal, Tifton. You can get Quitman, um, Alma, Fitzgerald, Sylvester, Pearson. There's what else is there? Abbeville, and Hazelhurst, Baxley, other stuff. There is a Nicholson, or not Nicholson, just Nichols. Doesn't help. Ludowici, Brunswick, we already have. Folkestone, Kingsland, Woodbine, Darien, um, then Walltowersville, or Walltowerville, Hinesville. Yeah. What is in here? What is that town? Oh, that's Jessup, of course. There's also Nahunta down here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely missing obvious things. But again, I have to race through this. Hilton Head Island, Lufton. We already have Beaufort, Port Royal, Yemassee, Ridgeland, Allendale, New Ellington, Aiken, Johnston, Denmark, Bamberg, Barnwell, and then what else is down here? Hampton, Eastall. We can get Allendale, North Charleston, Monk's Corner, and then Ridgeville, St. Stephen, I think it's called, and then Kingstree, Darlington, Georgetown. That's it's not Georgetown. That is what is west of Georgetown again? Andrews, and then Seabrook Island, James Island, Hollywood, Edisto Beach, Walterboro, Orangeburg. You can get Saint, what is it? Saint Andrews now. Saint, why am I forgetting this stupid town? Saint Matthews. There we go. And then Columbia, we have Gaston is down there. Blythewood, Elgin, Chapin, Batesburg, Leesville, and then what's down here? Surely I know. I mean, there's Lawrence, Saluda, Newberry, Edgefield, McCormick. I got Abbeville, Ware Shoals, Calhoun Falls, Ava, and then you can get Pony Up Path, Williamston, as Jesus Christ, Woodruff, west of there. We can get Breer, Malton, Easley, Simpsonville, Mountain Inn, Travelers Rest, Walhalla, Spartanburg, and then Blacksburg, Hacklet, Cowpens, Gaffney. We already got York, Rock Hill, Fort Mill, Waxhaw, and then Chesterfield. No, yeah, I already have that. Sheriff, Pageland. There's Winnsboro, Great Falls, Kershaw. This area, there's like Whitmire, Hmm. You can get the Call, Tabor City, and then Dillon, Marion we have. There's Pamplico as a town in Johnsonville. Aner. Apparently that isn't in here. Latta, Lawrence, Sumter, Timmonsville, and then what else is there? Mullins, Loris, Bishopville, Hurtsville, Bennettsville, Darlington. Now we have that. Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, Conway. I think that's fine. Waccamaw Lake, or no, it's Lake Waccamaw, Whiteville, Elizabethtown, no, Bladenboro, and then Chadbourne. It's a town there. Maxton, Rayford, Lumberton, Laurenburg, and then Pembroke, Red Springs. We already have Fayetteville. There's like Spring Lake, Hope Mills, Eastover, St. Paul, St. Paul's, Wallace, Burgal, and then Mount Olive, Clinton we already have. And there's Shallot, Calabash, Curie Beach, and then Topsail. Well, that's not big enough, but I believe North Topsail Beach is. And then Batesville Beach, Carolina Shores, Carolina Beach. No, those don't help. James Island, or no, it's called St. James. Leland, Navassa. Um, Surf City, Swansboro. What else is there? Havelock, New Bern, and then well, what is that place called? Bellhaven, Bayboro. There is a Snow Hill. I think we already have that. And then Trenton isn't big enough. There's Kinston, not Wingate, not Winton either. Grifton is the one south of there. What else? I mean, there's Kill Devil Hills. I don't know that there's anything else. Manteo, yeah, that should cover everything out there. Edenton, Elizabeth City, Hertford, Scotland Neck, Anfield, Sharpsburg, Red Oak, and then no, it's called Weldon there. Roanoke Rapids, Murfreesboro, Hooski, Windsor, you have that. And then Roxborough, Henderson, Yanceyville, Franklinton we have, Lewisburg, Creedmoor, Butner, Raleigh, Durham. Would there ever be something in that gap there? I don't think there is something in there. It's all just part of Raleigh or it's unincorporated or something. Holly Springs, Fuquay Arena, Dunn, Lillington, Benson. There's like Four Oaks southeast of there. And I'll get Kenley and I'll get Princeton, except that's not that is. Like that's just Wilson, is it not? Or is it Goldsboro? Goldsboro, Elm City, Farmville, like not Enfield. I'm forgetting all these places. There's something there, it looks like. It seems like it'd be obvious. I'm worried I'm missing some stuff here. I mean, there's like Rose Hill. Yeah, that doesn't cover anything. I'll get Wadesboro, Bisco, Troy, Albemarle, Marshville, and then Polkton, Polkboro, Norwood. That's not Norwood. What do those be like Unionville or north of Unionville? I mean, there's not Carlton, Stanfield. Okay. And then what is there? Like Huntersville. Northwest of there. What is there? Like Maiden, Troutman, Kannapolis. What is up there? Belmont, Mount Holly, Harrisburg. I mean, it's Cornelius, Davidson. No, those don't cover anything. Is there even anything in there? I don't know. Gastonia, Cherville, Boiling Springs, Kings Mountain, and then Taylorsville, Yadkinville, Moxville, Ashboro, Ramseur, Randleman, Elon, Mebane, Graham, Hillsboro, Chapel Hill, and then Siler City, um, Vass. No, well, there's some other towns in here that I should be able to remember, but I can't. I mean, there's not Conway, Sanford. We also have there's Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Pine Bluff, Aberdeen, Carthage. These, and Carthage was new. That's cool. Rockingham, Hamlet. Yeah, I feel like I should know what's in there, but I can't think of it. Up here, there's like Summerfield, Louisville, Forest, Greensboro. We already have Winston-Salem, Kernersville, Walnut Cove, and then Dobson, Wentworth. Oh, we can get, oh, what is Northwest? There's Rural Hall, like King. What is that town there? 1400. Stoneville? No, it's there. Yeah, I just remember there's a town over here called Spring Hope. That doesn't help anything though. Jefferson, Sparta, we already have Wilkesboro, and then Statesville. I'm not sure what's north of there. Lenore, Morganton, Hickory. There's Boone. Well, no, we already have Blowing Rock covered. There's Spruce Pine, Burnsville, and then Banner Elks over 1K. There's Lake Cooler, Tryon, and then what else? Marion? No. What is there? I don't think anything that I know. Asheville, Hendersonville, Mills River, Black Mountain, and then oh, what else can we get? Waynesville, Brevard, Silva, Bryson City, Andrews we have, Franklin we have, Murphy. All right. I think I'm going to pause the quiz there and just take a breather because obviously this is a very taxing quiz. 3 hours long, and we've gotten through the first 80 minutes. All right. I think what is my plan going to be? I think I'm just going to do everything east of the Mississippi and go to the West Coast. May as well get Alaska and Hawaii out of the way as well. I'll save the most sparsely populated areas, the plains, for last. I'll do Texas as well before the plains, probably, or at least the densely populated areas. The plains parts are trickier. Anyways, let's continue. All right, Tennessee. You can get Mountain City, Bluff City, Irwin, Unicoi, Jonesboro, Jonesboro, Jesus Christ, and then Mount Carmel. We already have Burgoynesville, Bean Station, Sneedville. There's Birdstown is big enough. There's also I just remembered what is that town in northern Georgia called McKaysville or Mackey'sville. Don't know how they say that. Newport we already have. Dandridge, Sevierville, Mossheim, Tusculum. I don't know what else is up here. I mean, there's Kingsport, but yeah, that doesn't cover anything. Rogersville. Then here, what is there? Like White Pine. There's also a White Bluff somewhere else. Maynardville, Plainview, Luttrell. There's Knoxville, Louisville, or Louisville. Don't know how they say it. Vonore. And then Dayton, we already have Sweetwater, Etowah, and then Oak Ridge, Rocky Top. We can get Tazewell. Have we already got Tazewell? No, yes, we have. Jacksboro, La Follette, Harrogate, Middlesboro, Kentucky, Oneida. We already have that apparently. Huntsville is what we wanted there. Jellicoe. And then Salina is not big enough. Jamestown, we already have. There's Cookville, all good. Baxter, Monterey, we already have. Rossville. Um, we have Kingston, we already have. Rockwood, Harriman, Spring City, this area. Huh. And I'll get the southeast one is Benton. College, not Collegeville, it's Pennsylvania. Collegedale, Chattanooga, Soddy Daisy. Just take Soddy for that. What is in there? Feel like I should know. Lakesite, and then South Pittsburgh, Whitwell, Walton, Pikeville, Dunlap, and then Grutley Lager, Altamont we already have, Tracy City, Monte Eagle. There's like Loretto, that's further west. There's also Graysville somewhere out here. Oh, there's Spencer. We already have that. McMinnville, Woodbury, Smithville. And then, oh, what else is there? Mount Juliet. There's no point typing that in. Gallatin, Laverne, and then there's like Watertown. That's already covered. Red Boiling Springs. And then west of there, Westmoreland is there. There's a town there. Did I not get? Did I not get Livingston? I didn't. And then Church Hill, or no, it's Chapel Hill, but we already have that. Nolansville, Spring Hill, Murfreesboro is covered. There's Ardmore, and then Tullahoma doesn't cover anything. Lewisburg, or like Lawrenceburg. Okay. Pulaski is already covered. Waynesboro is already covered. Clifton is already covered. Savannah. And then what else is there? Hohenwald. I don't think Linden is in here now. There's Camden. No, we already have that. Beverly, we already have Dover. We already have. Aaron, Aaron, and then Millersville or Millerville, Cooperstown, Coopertown. Okay, Ashland City, and then Dixon, Kegram, and then South Fairview, Fairfield. Okay, and then McEwen. What else can we get? Gleason is a thing up here, and there's Tiptonville, Dyer and Dyersburg, Bells, Halls, Alamo. We have Ridgely. There's Three Way. Doesn't cover anything, unfortunately. Union City, no. Martin, no. I don't get Murray and Mayfield and Kentucky there. Hickman. What else? I mean, there's Brownsville there, Somerville, Piperton, Memphis, Atoka, Millington. What else? Oh, there's Boulevard, Selmer. I already have Whiteville. And then Rump, Adamsville. It's like Bruce, Mississippi, Brewston. And then Huntingdon, we have, oh, what is this town called? Mackenzie. There we go. And then we'll do Alabama. There's Owens Crossroads. And then Coleman, Birdsell, Arab, Boaz, Gunter, Texas, Guntersville, Scott, Louisiana, Scottsboro, Bridgeport, Stevenson. And then we can get Heflin. I already have Center and Centerville, Cedar Bluff, Rainsville, Gadsden, Southside, Adela, Oaks Bluff. East of there's like Piedmont. And then there's what is there? Hanagar is up here. This is the big town. Fort Payne. And then what else can we get? I mean, we have Florence, Killen, Moulton is covered. There's Russellville, and then Red Bay. What keeps happening? Ewan, Winfield, Haleyville, Double Springs, Carbon Hill, Aliceville, Reform, Soligent, Vernon. We already have. There's Hamilton. We already have that too. Fayette. We have, and there's a town there. It looks like. What is that? Like, why can I not think of that? It's not Hamilton or there's Daleville. It's a completely different area. And there's Cordova, Jasper. We have Sylvan Springs, Summiton, Warrior, Blunsville, Oneonta. We have there's a bigger creek somewhere up here. It's there. That covers that. Wait, that's Hackelberg, is it not? Okay, okay. That uh activated my memory. Oh, what else? Up here. Ragland. What is even up here? Like Hell City, Asheville. Okay. Birmingham, Indian Springs Village, Olsonville, Vincent, Harpersville, Leeds, and then Calera, Montevallo, Lakeview. We have Brookwood, Coling, Tuscaloosa, Northport. Those are covered. Moundville, north of there. Is there even anything there that's substantial? Uniontown, I think we have already up. And then Haynesville, um, Chatham. Well, there we have Grove Hill, Marion we have, Camden we have, Demopolis, Utah, and then what else can we get? There's Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, Dolphin Island, Mobile, Summerdale, and then Foley, Fairhope, Daphne, Robertsdale, Loxley, Spanish Fort, Citronelle, Bay Minette, Riola, Semmes, Bayou La Batra, and then we have Atmore, Bruton, Geneva. We have there's Evergreen, Elba, Enterprise, Ozark, um, Brundage, Samson, New Brockton, Dothan, Webb, Kinsey. What is southeast of there? Cowarts, Hertford. We have so Weaverville, North Carolina, legitimately might not be covered, but it is actually Eufaula, and then Opelika, Lacey, Tuskegee, Union Springs, and then what else is there? We can get, of course, up Andalusia, and then Selma, Deatsville, Millbrook, and Wetumpka, Pike Road, and here it is. And then there's Gratz, Kansas, Prattville. What is down here? And most of the towns aren't even that big. There's Goodwater, and then Alexander City, Sylacauga, Talladega, and then Brent. There's Lineville, Deedville, Heflin. We have that. What is there? Oh, there's Wedowee, but I don't think that's big enough. No. And then here, what is the town there? There's Clanton, there's Thorsby. Yeah. What is south of Montgomery? Again, I think the town's here. Well, I haven't gotten Monroeville, I don't think. Or no, I have that. I have Thomasville, I have Jackson. Yeah. And I'm worried I'm missing obvious things, but again, I got Union Springs. Yep. All right. What is Mississippi? So Biloxi, there's Bay St. Louis, Pascagoula, Gaucher, Leakesville, Loosedale, Wiggins, Poplarville, Picayune, and then Hattiesburg, Sumrall, there's Purvis, Tylertown. There isn't much in Mississippi that is above 1K compared to a lot of other states. Macomb, Brookhaven, Mendenhall, McGee. We have Columbia, Monticello. Collins still isn't covered. Raleigh, we have Bay Springs, Crystal Springs, Gluckstadt. No, it's not even included in the census. Terry, Tallahatchie, Morris, or no, it's Morton. And then Fayette. Then we have that Fort Gibson, Natchez, Vicksburg. And then there's a bunch of towns down here that used to be 1K, but no longer are, like Gloucester, Woodville, Bude. Yeah, I mean, those don't work. What else? There's Philadelphia, we already have that. Kosciuszko, Carthage, we have. Meridian, Whitman, Union, no. There's Macon. We already have that too. And DeKalb isn't big enough. DeKalb, Yazoo City, Durant, Goodman. We got Winona, Philadelphia, Amory, Pontotoc, Starksville, or no, Which one am I doing? Starkville. Okolona, Houston, Calhoun City, Vardaman, Grenada, Ackerman, and then Caledonia, Belmont, Tupelo, there's Nettleton. And there's stuff in here. Not even sure. Not even remembering. Lexington we have. Rosedale, Greenwood, Greenville we have. Itabena, Chula, Belzoni, Ruralville, Tutwiler, Hollandale. We have Leland, Rolling Fork, Cleveland. Now we have that. Indianola is what we want. Mound Bayou, Marks, and then Clarkdale, Charleston we have. This area, not sure. Water Valley, Tunica, Sardis, and then Walls, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, Byhalia, and then Ripley. You have that. Iuka, there's Boonville, and Guntown. Um, what else is there? Holly Springs, I think we got from North Carolina or something. West of there. Oh, what is that town called? It's just New Albany. There we go. Yeah. No, Kentucky. Paducah. I got Metropolis. Para we already have. I think Shawnee Town is big enough. Yes, in Illinois. And then what else is there? It's like Calvert City, Eddyville, Seabury, Sturgis. There's Morganfield, not more Morganfield, and then Hopkinsville, Madisonville, Dawson Springs. Oh, we can get Elkton, Elk Grove. I think there's a one near the border here in Kentucky, but I'm not going to remember what that's called. That town. Definitely looked at it before. Scottsville, Hopkinsville, Burkesville, Glasgow, we have Edmonton, and then Russell Springs, Ogdenville, there's Litchfield, Gardensburg, and then Owensboro. Uh, I'm forgetting so many towns out here. Cave City, Horse Cave, Central City. And there, surely there's something. Beaver Dam. Oh, there's like Livermore, I think, out here. Apparently, I already typed that in, or it's not big enough. Cloverport, Lewisport, Brandenburg, Elizabethtown. No, this. What am I doing? That's Radcliffe, and then Shepherdsville, and then Shively should cover that West Louisville area, Mount Washington, and then Simpsonville. I think we already have. What else is there? There's Jesus. What? It's Bardstown, Harrodsburg, Campbellsville, Campbellsville. Wait, did I get Liberty? I did. There's definitely towns in West Kentucky that I'm just forgetting are substantial, above 1K. Like, did I get Munfordville? I didn't, but that doesn't cover anything. Um, there's Corbin, and then Whitley City doesn't have enough people. There's Elkhorn City, although Pikeville we have Harlan, Hazard, Salyersville, Prestonsburg, and Paintsville, Eddyville, West Liberty we have. McKee isn't big enough. Hindman I don't think is big enough, no. Pineville, Whitesburg, Jenkins, then Berea, Wellmore, Nicholasville, Jeffersonville, and we already have Midway, Eminence. Eminence, Carrollton is already covered. There's no way there's anything in there. Owenton, Dry Ridge, Williamsburg, Williamstown. Yeah. Cynthiana. There's no way there's anything in there. Except maybe like Falmouth, actually, or Carlisle. But we have those. Ellingsville. And over here, there's like Augusta, I think, but we have that. Moorhead, Leomingsburg, Warsaw, we already have covered. Olive Hill, Grayson, and East Kentucky. Like, there's a bunch of random towns that it's difficult to sort through them in my head. Manchester, West Liberty. It's like, yeah, I mean, there's Louisa. We already have that, though. It's definitely others. They're above 1K. I'm forgetting. Yeah. Oh, we got Ohio. We got Indiana. Let's do Illinois. So, you know, we have, there's Carbondale, Murfreesboro, DuQuoin, Pinckneyville. Oh, we can get Christopher, I think covers that area. And then West Frankfort, Ayla, or Ina. I always forget that town's name exactly. Cesar. And then Chester, we have Marissa, Redbud. And then Valmeyer, I think is a town down there. Oh, what is that? That's, I think, Steelville. Then what else is there? Carlisle, Breeze, Aviston. Oh, these don't even help it. New Baden, Millstadt, and then Smithton, Freeburg. And the thing is, it's so difficult to tell like what these gaps even are that you're missing. Like there's going to be obvious things that I've missed. I'll get Florissant, Missouri to cover that area. Then Jerseyville, Rude House, and then Carlinville, Litchfield, Eneld. Mount Olive we have. Gillespie, Staunton we have. Huh. What else is there? Effingham, Nokomis. Oh, we can get Vandalia. Yeah. What else is down here? There's El Dorado, Carrier Mills, Harrisburg we have. That's not even what I'm looking at. McLeansboro. Never mind, Mount Carmel we have. There's Oblong, Illinois. It's a great town name. Casey. Olney. Shelbyville we have. We already have Lawrenceville. What is that right there? That's 7.1K near the Indiana border. What? Am I stupid? It's not Marshall. That's further north. Oh, that's Robinson. There's also Robbins, Iowa. Gotta get that one. Yeah. Like there's definitely towns that I'm overlooking. It's difficult to figure out what you're even looking at. Mattoon, like this area. And I think it's not Pana, it's I think Taylorville. Assumption is also around here. It's Taylorville. It's like Maroa, Mount Pulaski. Yeah. Hmm. We have Jacksonville, Beardstown, Petersburg is covered. And then Not Cuba. I mean, that is also a town in Illinois, I think. Lewistown, I think, is covered. There's Peoria, Pekin. Can't we have? So there's like Mackinac, Delavan, this area. There's like Virginia. Nah, that's we already got that. What are these other towns south of Peoria called? I might be forgetting them. I think I knew them at one point anyway. Oh, Farmers City. What is that? Is that like El Paso or Hayworth? Okay. Yeah. Mason City, I think, is south of there. Yeah, that's one. What's that? Is that a county seat? I don't know. I don't think it is. What else is there? Arcola, Tuscola, Arthur. Onarga is further north, I think. Isn't there an Ashcombe? Ashcombe? I don't know. Watseka is also further north. Gilman, Gibson City, and just getting this stuff out of the way. Tolono, Savoy, Rantoul, Mahomet. And what is east here? It's like Coopston or something. Richmond. Okay. What is that? There's a town there. It's, no, it's not Villa Grove. I don't know what that is then. Oh, and then there's something there. What? Gilman, Gibson City, Paxton. Okay, it's Paxton. I didn't type that in. And then Streeter, Dwight. Oh, we can get what is there? Pontiac. And then Limestone we already have. I just remember this. Catlin doesn't cover anything. There's Beecher, Moments, not Maroa, Mint. What am I thinking of? Moni, Keotone. Huh. And we can get Evanston, Waukegan, Zion. Oh, what is up there? I mean, Mundelein, Northbrook, and Northwest, like Crystal Lake. Okay. Maple Park, Waterman, Elburn, Hampshire, Harvard, Marengo, Genoa. It's also Chenoa, Illinois, somewhere. Rockford, Loves Park, Pecatonica, and then Belvedere, Poplar Grove, Beloit, Janesville, Brodhead, and then Werfordville. Oh, there's Lena, Galena. That's East Dubuque, and then Mount Morris and Morrison, Morristown. Maybe there's a Morristown somewhere that covers something. No, there's Pola, Galva, Amboy, Dixon, Oregon, Byron, Rochelle, Burrillville, Somonauk, and then, huh, there's Marseilles is uncovered. Or no, not Marseilles. Seneca is the, and up here, like, I think there's Kewanee, Cambridge, Orion, Princeton we have, Mendota, Aledo, Oquawka, and Macomb, Monmouth, Galesburg, Abington, Knoxville, there's Bellevue, and then northwest of Peoria. It's definitely a town there that I know. What is that town called? Huh. And I'll get Hamilton, I think I have. I've typed that in 15 times. Of course, I have it. Hannibal, Pittsfield, we have that. Winchester, Mount Sterling, Carrollton. These are all covered. What else is out here? I mean, there's not much that there even is in the first place. I think there's a Payson out here. Yeah, but doesn't cover anything in Illinois. Yeah, looks like there's a town there. Wouldn't know that. Northwest of Peoria, there's definitely stuff that I know. Oh, what even are these towns called again? There's a Farmington, but we already have that. Okay, we'll do Michigan now. Okay, so Three Rivers. It's not there. Cassopolis, and then Niles, and the Wajack. We can get South Haven, and then Fenville, Allegan, Hastings, Middleville, Plainwell, Otsego, Matawan. No, that's New Jersey. Matawan with two T's is Michigan. And then Caledonia, no, we have that. Wayland, which I thought I already typed that for New York, apparently not. And then Morenci is like Adrian comes these sorts covering this area. What is in there? Like Hillsdale, Oldwater, no, not sure. And then Perry we have, Pinckney we have, Fowlerville. There's Grass Lake, Albion we have. There's an Ovid somewhere. I think that's further north. Yeah. And then Leslie, west of Leslie there, 5.2K. Is that Eden Rapids? And then Marine City, Algonac. Algona's in Wisconsin. Just type that in. Cass City and Lay City, Yale. And then Romeo. We have Flint, Davison, Lapeer, Marlette, Croswell, Caro, Sandusky. We have Harbor Beach. There's also Harbor Springs further north. Just type that in. Bad Axe. And then we got Croswell, Armada. No, that's further south. Capac is also further south. Sebawang, Chesaning, Chesaning, St. Charles, and then Vassar. There's a pigeon up here somewhere. That's further north. It was uncovered. Saginaw, Midland, um, Owasso, Pinconning. Huh. I keep saying, huh. It's my reaction to taking this quiz. What is there? Like, looks like there's a town there. Portland? Stanton? Wait, Stanford is all. Stanton and Stanford are both in Kentucky. Herring? That's a township further north. Lowell? Looks like there's a town there. Lake Odessa. That is what I was missing. Okay. Building. White Cloud, Nowego. This area. And I'll get Rockford. So that's not Rockford, that's Ionia. And then there's Shepherd up here, but I already got that. St. Louis, east of St. Louis. I don't know what that is. Big Rapids, and then Muskegon, and then Ludington, Manistee, east of Ludington. I've looked at that town before. I've literally forgotten what it was called. Yeah, I don't think it even covers anything. New Frankfurt, we have Zonia doesn't have 1K. Elmwood, Traverse City, East Jordan, Kalkaska, Toski, Charlevoix, Elk Rapids. I don't think anything in Leelanau has 1K. I haven't already typed in Sheboygan. Mackinac City doesn't have 1K. St. Ignace. And then what can we get? Alpena, Oscoda, and it says Upper Peninsula, you fool. Grace or Sable. We can get Tawas City, Rogers City, Grayling, Gaylord. I don't think Onaway has 1K now. And there's other towns up there, but they're not even incorporated, despite being big enough. Make this Gladwin, West Branch. I think we already got Standish. Yeah. And is there stuff up here that I haven't typed? I mean, I haven't gotten Evart or Reed City. Yeah. It's probably stuff that I'm overlooking that I'm just being silly. Okay. UP, Sault Ste. Marie, Kinross Township, Manistee, no, it's Munising, Escanaba, Ironwood, Iron Mountain, Iron River, Menominee, and then Crystal Falls, Norway, Brighton Township, Chocolat Township, Marquette, Ishpeming. We can get Calumet Township, and then Wakefield. No, we have that. On to Noggin. I don't think anything else in the UP has over 1K. And Wisconsin, Sturgeon Bay, Egg Harbor does not have enough. Sister Bay, Belgium, Luxembourg. We can get Kewaunee, Sheboygan, Manitowoc, Two Rivers, Shelton, Wrightstown. There's Neenah, Oshkosh, Fond du Lac, Kiel, Brillion. We can get Teresa, Kewaskum, um, Lomira, there's Oconomowoc, um, Horicon, and then Mayville. It's not what I wanted. Beaver Dam we have, there's Waupun, Ripon, and then Red Granite, Hampelsport, Fox Lake, Fall River, Portage we have, Green Lake, Montello, there's Wapaka, Watoma, Winnacone, Winnacon, not sure how that's pronounced. Row. There's Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Marshfield. There's stuff outside of Wisconsin Rapids that's like northwest. Isn't there something that's substantial there? I'm not even sure. Wausau, Marathon City, Cronenwetter, and then what is that thing west of there? Probably shouldn't try and think too hard. Rhinelander, El Canto Falls, Swamico, Merrill, Antigo, Heshtigo, Crivets, Eagle, we haven't typed in yet. Eagle River, Montello. No, what am I doing? Crandon. Um, there's Shawano, Clintonville, Hortonville, Seymour we have. And over here, not sure if there's even anything. Ladysmith, Phillips, um, Abbotsford, Neillsville, Black River Falls. There's a let's get this. No, yeah, we'll save that for later. Um, Thorpe, Strum, Osseo, Augusta we have. Um, I'm blanking so hard. Medford, there's Spooner, Bloomer, Turtle Lake, Shell Lake, Rice Lake, there's Barron, Grantsburg, Lake Nebagamon, Superior. Don't think there should be anything else up here. Cameron, Chetek, Cumberland, Buffalo City, Arcadia we have, Trempealeau, Trempealeau, Galesville, Mosinee, no, that's over there, Mondovi, Durand, Pepin is not big enough, Menominee, wait, there we go, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, there's Cameron, we know we have that, Osceola we have, Prescott, Somerset, Amory, there's River Falls, New Richmond, Ellsworth, what is it called? St. Croix Falls. There's I got some of the Minnesota ones up there, Forest Lake, Chisago City, and then Lindstrom, North Branch, and then what else can we get? La Crosse, Pullman, and then we have Iroquois, Westby, Richland Center, Prairie du Chien, Boscobel, and then there's Poinette, Lodi, Purdyville. There's Muscoda, Spring Green. It's also Hazel Green. There's Mouston, New Lisbon, Toma. Wait, I didn't get Tomahawk. What am I doing? At Rhinelander, yep. And then Sparta, we have Reedsburg, Baraboo. What is this? This Wisconsin Dells. Thought this was going to be something else. And then Dodgeville, Darlington. We have Platteville, Cassville. It's not big enough. Cuba City. There's another town down there. Dickeyville is what I'm thinking of. Shullsburg. And then Mineral Point, Fenimore, Mount Horeb, Cross Plains, Sauk City. In this area, it's like New Glarus. It's too far east. Not sure I'm getting what's in there if there is anything. All right, let's just get Alaska and Hawaii out of the way because they're free. Well, Alaska is free anyway. Utqiagvik, Fairbanks, North Pole, Ottaview, Nome, Gillingham, Hooper, Utah, Hooper Bay, Akutan, Unalaska, Kodiak, Kenai covers Soldotna, Seward, Valdez, Anchorage, Wasilla, and then Ketchikan, Craig, Wrangell, Sitka, Juneau. It should be everything in Alaska. It's above 1K. That's incorporated. And Hawaii. Man, this is not wanting to load. Waimea. We can get Hoipu, Lihue, Princeville, Anahola, and then Kailua, Honolulu, Laie, Ka'awa, and then what can we get? Mililani, West Makaha, Okulea, Ko'olina, and then Kaunakakai, Lanai City, there's Ka'anapoli, Kahului, Keokea, Hana, and then Makawao should cover that. Got Pa'au. There's Honoka'a, Laupaho'o, Hilo, Curtistown, and then Leilani Estates. We can get Eden Rock. Oh, west of there is like, what's that? It's not Orchid Lands Estates, Mauna Loa Estates. And then Captain Cook, Waikoloa Village, Kaiminani, I guess they want the other name, Kalaoa, Discovery Harbor, Valhalla, Hawaiian, Ocean View, and that should be every place in Hawaii above 1K covered. Now let's just get Nevada, because again, very easy. Elko, Wendover, Ely, Winnemucca, Fernley, Fallon, Arrington, Lovelock, Carson City, North Las Vegas, Mesquite. That should be everything 1K Nevada. Let's get California out of the way since there's a bunch there. San Diego, Imperial Beach, El Cajon, and then Vista, San Marcos, Poway, Avalon, and then Rancho, Santa Margarita, Laguna Beach, and then San Clemente, Temecula, Murrieta, Lake Elsinore, Corona, Canyon. No, that's not going to do anything. San Jacinto, Banning, Yucaipa, Hemet, Menifee, Harris, Moreno Valley, Big Bear Lake, San Bernardino, Ontario, Rancho Cucamonga. There's Burbank, Glendale, Santa Monica, Malibu, San Fernando, Calabasas, and then a Thousand Oaks, Camarillo, Oxnard, and then Ojai, Santa Paula, Santa Barbara, Carpinteria, Guadalupe, Lompoc, Solvang, and then California City, Ridgecrest, Barstow. Um, I didn't get Adel, Georgia. Rip me. Adelanto, Victorville, Hesperia, because I know that Hesperia, Michigan is a thing, and I didn't type that in. Um, Indio, Coachella, I think it's covered. Yeah. 29 Palms, Yucca Valley, Desert Hot Springs, Palm Desert, Palm Springs, Westmoreland, Raleigh, Calexico, Boltville, Calipatria, Needles. Then we can get Mammoth, Arizona, Mammoth Lakes, Taft, Tehachapi, Arvin, Bakersfield, um, Shafter, Blasco, Delano, Woodlake, there's Visalia, Tulare, Hanford, Lemoore is covered, Corcoran, Coalinga, Avenel, and then Parlier, Orange Cove. We can get Porterville, Exeter. Is there anything else down there that I haven't covered? Got Selma, and then Sanger, Fresno. Oh, we can get. I don't think I got Huron. No, I did. Ripon I got as well. Los Baños, Newman, Gustine, Patterson, Oakdale, Riverbank, Modesto, Turlock. No, there's no point in typing series. We've covered that. Madera, Merced, Chowchilla, Kerman, Firebow, Dos Palos, San Joaquin, and then Mountain One, Sutter Creek, Ione, Angels Camp, and then Sonora, Sacramento, Dixon. We have Rio, Wisconsin, Gilway, Rio Vista, American Canyon, Benicia, Brentwood, San Francisco, Milpitas, and then Pacifica, Half Moon Bay are covered. Morgan Hill, and then San Juan Bautista, um, Watsonville, Santa Cruz, that area right there. Like not Belmont. There's Los Altos should cover that. Yep. And then Salinas, Linus, Gonzalez, Gonzalez, Atascadero. And that covers Paso Robles, which is the quiz only lets you type in El Paso de Robles, the full official name, which is pretty dumb. San Luis Obispo, this area, everything 1K should be covered there, I think. Elk Grove, Roseville, Rancho Cordova, Rockland, Folsom, Loomis, Houston, Fowler, just making sure Galt will throp. Um, there's South Lake Tahoe, Truckee, Portola, Nevada City, Placerville, and then Wheatland. Yuba City is covered by Marysville. There's Paradise, Chico, Oroville, and then Red Bluff, Colusa, Willows, Orland. There's Petaluma, and then Rohnert Park, Sebastopol, Clear Lake, Lakeport. There's Napa, Sonoma, St. Helena, and then we can get to Fort Bragg, Ukiah, Willits, Arcata, Fortuna, Eureka, Blue Lake, and then we have Wairika, Dunsmuir. There's Alturas, Susanville, Redding. California is not done. That is infuriating. What did I not cover? Hmm. Whatever. I will move on for now. Unless, I mean, I'll give it like a bit more scanning, but I can't look at it forever because I should be able to cover everything in California. Kilroy, Hollister. Huh. Wait, did I not get Riverbank or no, I have those. Oh, damn. Hmm. Yeah, this is rather infuriating. I should theoretically be able to get everything in California, but it is not covered. We'll move on. Oregon, we can get Vail. We've got Vail, Colorado, Klamath Falls, Lakeview. Now we have that. Then the Sisters, Lapine, Prineville, Madras, Culver, and then the Dalles, Hood River, Cascade Locks, which that's literally covered. There's no point in typing it. Hepner, John Day, Enterprise is covered. Grand, Baker City, and then Pilot Rock. There's Boardman, Hermiston, and Pendleton are covered. Mountain Freewater is covered. There's Port Orford, Brookings, Gold Beach, Gold Hill, Grants Pass, Roseburg, Winston, Yankala, Sutherland, Riddle Drain, Oak Ridge is covered. Cottage Grove. Oh, I didn't cover Redmond. Cave Junction, Shady Cove. There's Myrtle Point, Kilkeel, Bandon, Coos Bay, and then Reedsport, Waldport, Silets, Dune City. There's Gearhart, Rockaway Beach, Tillamook, Depot Bay, covered. Lincoln City. No, we got that. Clatskanie, Scappoose, Vernonia, Vancouver, Washington, Yakult, La Center, Washougal, Kalama, Longview, Kelso, Centralia, Chehalis, Napavine, Winlock, Morton, Castle Rock, Falls City, Staten, Silverton, Malala, Estacada. Oh, we can get Corvallis, and then Lamina we have. Mill City, I think we have. It's not even accepting that. By Lometh, Junction City, Cresswell, Veneta, huh, North Plains, probably other stuff I'm forgetting. Washington, Forks, Fort Angela's, Squim, Fort Townsend, Bremerton, Hallsbow, Fort Orchard, Gig Harbor, Elma, and then Cleary for good measure, Yelm, Eatonville, there's Rainier, Tenino, Tenino, Montesano, Bonnie Lake, Oak Harbor, Coopville, Langley, Stanwood, and then Shoreline, south. There's like Enumclaw, Fording. Oh, we can get to Carnation, North Bend, and then Gold Bar, Snohomish, Snoqualmie, Darrington, Granite Falls, Anacortes, Friday Harbor, Bellingham, Linden, Ferndale, and then Blaine. Then we can get Omak to Nasket. I don't think Twisp is 1K here. No. Lan, Cashmere. There's a Cashton in Wisconsin. Covers nothing. Wenatchee, Eniat, Rock Island. And then we can get Cle Elum, Kittitas, Ellensburg, Tieton, Yakima, Golden, Colorado, Goldendale, Rosser, Grandview, Sunnyside, Toppenish, Natchez, Wapato, Zilla. These aren't covering anything new. Royal City, Othello, Ephrata, Moses Lake, Soap Lake, Warden, Connell, Ritzville, Dayton, we have Davenport, and Cooley Dam. I don't think George, no, I already got that anyway. Pasco, Walla Walla, Waitsburg, Clarkston, Pullman, Palouse, Colfax, Spokane, Liberty Lake, Medical Lake, Cheney. There's Colville, Kettle Falls. I don't think Republic is big enough in here now. Deer Park, Chewelah. It's probably most of the 1Ks in Washington done. I think there's definitely going to be a few. I'll do Texas since there's a bunch there to cover, or at least the dense areas. South Houston, Galveston, Ireland, Sugarland, Katy, Tomball, Humble, Jersey Village, Mont Bellevue, Anahuac. There's Texas City, Lake Jackson, Angleton, Danbury, Jones Creek, Manville, Elvin, West Columbia, Sweeney, Azoria, not Ruleville, that's Mississippi. We already got that. Needville, Pleak is not in here. I think there's Fairchilds. It's definitely a town down there, but not big enough in the census. Um, Seadrift, that's further south, and it's not even big enough. Palacios, Fort Lavaca, Edna, Wharton, El Campo, Ganado, Bay City, Victoria. Up here, there's Roma in southern Texas, Roman Forest, Panora, Panora. I don't even know where that is. Panorama Village, and then Belleville, Sealy, Hempstead, Prairie View, Magnolia, Brookshire, Navasota, Brenham, Hearn, College Station. There's Madisonville, which we already got. Trinity, I think we haven't gotten that. On Alaska. And then Centerville is up here. We already have that. Buffalo is up here. We already have that. Crockett, Key, South Dakota, Teague, Mahia, Groesbeck, Franklin we have. There's Palestine, Beaumont, Port Arthur, China, Sour Lake, Kuntz. There's also a China Grove somewhere in Texas. I don't know where that is. Um, Wait, let me just make sure that the China Grove in North Carolina didn't get five new things. Because if so, I'm missing things. It's quite odd. Rockwell, Denton. Okay, no. This area in North Carolina seems fine, I guess. Oh, what else? We can get, huh, there's Kirbyville. Kirbyville. We already have Jasper and Newton, St. Augustine, Hemphill, and then Nacogdoches, White Oak, or no, it's Dieball. And then looks like there's something there. It's not Huntington. Maybe there isn't. I don't know. There's a Timpson out here in a Tenaha. These apparently aren't big enough in this census. Alaska, White House, Bladewater, Wellsville. Or no, it's Fallsville. Overton, Troop. There's Hideaway, Lindale, Amory, Amory. There we go. Um, Kilgore, Rusk. There's Gilmer. There's Ore City, Lone Star, Texarkana, and then Honey Grove, Bogota. There's Paris. We have Clarksville. We have I'll get Hugh Springs, Dangerfield, Sulphur Springs, Commerce, and then West Tawakoni, Quinlan, Caddo Mills, Caddo Mills, Glendon, Chisholm. There's Gun Barrel City, and you can get Corsicana, which reminds me there's a Sardinia in Ohio, gets nothing. Seagoto, Waxahachie, and then Combine, Randall, Talty, Hoffman, Terrell, Oak Ridge, we already have. 7 Points, Herons. We can get Italy, Itasca, and then Hillsborough we have. There's what else do we have? Joshua, Keene, Alvarado, Venus, and then Fort Worth. Southwest of there is like Crowley, Crowley, Weatherford, Divine is somewhere, Godly, Crescent, Granbury, Bay Cordova, Glen Rose. Rose, there's probably obvious things. Waco, Woodway, there's a Mart, we have that. Gatesville, Clifton, Whitney. And then we can get Lampasas, Killeen, Belton, Temple, Morgan's Point Resort. Oh, that town is McGregor. There's a Roosevelt, Eddy, and then Salado, Liberty Hill, and then Cedar Park, Round Rock. Was there like Gerald? Okay. Austin, Lakeway, Granite Shoals, Marble Falls, Johnson City, Burnett, Belanco, Lago Vista, Kyle, Buda, Euland, Seguin, Lockhart, Luling, Bastrop, and then New Braunfels, San Antonio, Almost Park. There's Leon Valley, Verde, Lotus, Alamo Hills, no, Castle Hills, Alamo Heights, Fair Oaks Ranch, and then Bernie. We'll get RGV as well. McAllen, we'll get Laredo, Rio Bravo, Rio. There's another Rio down here, Rio Hondo, South Padre Island, Port Isabel, Raymondville, Fremont is further north, Furious, Furious and Freer. Roma Rio Grande City, Peñitas, Sullivan City, Escobares. Oh, there's another town down here, Benavides, yes. Mercedes, San Benito, Harlingen, Edcouch, Combes, Navia, or Intro Viejo, and then 8K people. Is that like Los Fresnos there? And we'll get Louisiana, Canner, Gramercy, Morgan City, Homa, Thibodeau, Jean Lafitte, Golden Meadow, and then Baton Rouge, White Castle, and then Plaquemine, Donaldsonville, Mandeville, Slidell, and then Ponchatoula, Emmett City, Bogalusa, Kentwood, New Roads, St. Martinville, Rowbridge. There's New Iberia, Fort Berry, Henderson. No, we have that. Simmsport, Cottonport, Livonia, Marksville. Oberlin, we have Woodworth, Glendora, or Glenmora is what we want. Pine Prairie, Rose Pine, and then Leesville, DeRidder, DeQuincy, Vinton. Just type in El Paso. We already have that. Welsh, Iowa, Lake Arthur, Kaplan, Guaydan. There's- Where is this town? There's a town called Arnaudville. That's there. Sunset, Mamu, Sunset, Mamu. We have Belle Platte, Opelousas, and then Bastille, Iota in this area. Is there anything in there? I get Church Point. I didn't, but that covers nothing. Rain, Eunice. Okay, Eunice was uncovered. Jennings. And then Jonesville, Rayville, Tallulah, Lake Providence, Oak Grove, Jenna, Winsboro, Linfield, Natchitoches, Coshada, and then Mansfield. We have many Zwolle. Oh, we can get Houghton, Stonewall, Hoosier City, Vivian, and then Minden. Homer, we have Farmerville. Let's type Farmersville. Gets nothing. Sterlington. There's we have Ruston. There's what else can we get? There's Arcadia. We haven't gotten Ala. I'll get Armand, Kansas. Radio, it's not big enough. And then there's stuff on to the north and east of Ruston. There's towns over 1K people. What are those called? And there's literally two towns. Shooteront is it's not even in here. And the other one, it's a Bernice. There was literally no point to get that. I mean, I guess there was, but a tiny point. It got me one city. McGee, Dumas, Eudora. We also got, wait, I don't think I typed in Eupora in Mississippi. Eldora. Okay. Stamps, Smackover, Rossett, Fordyce, Star City. Then we can get Arkadelphia, Mineral Springs, we've already covered. Hot Springs, Gurdon, Sheridan is covered. Camden, I've definitely typed that in. And then Little Rock. Oh, we'll get Glenwood. But not, wait, no, I haven't even gotten to Colorado yet. So obviously those are not covered yet. Um, Ashdown, Mina, DeQueen, Waldron, and then this thing right here. It's Malvern. Then East, Stuttgart, England, Lone Oak. Oh, there's DeWitt, Brinkley, Helena, West Helena, Earl, Tuckerman, Rector. There's Fairfield Bay, Heber Springs, and then what else can we get? Lilonia, Conway. We have Laurelton, Perryville, Greenbrier. We can get Searcy, Beebe, Bald Knob, then Hazen. There's Arc. Augusta is covered. Newport is covered. Oh, what else is out here? Clarendon is covered. There's a Marked Tree, Manila, Blytheville. Osceola is covered. Truman. And then Paragould, Higot, Corning. There is a Lake City is covered. I'll get Seneth, Missouri, covers nothing. What am I forgetting out here? I'm missing Wynn. Mariana is covered. Forest City is. Forest is in Illinois. Foreston is also a town in Illinois. Those both covered nothing. Um, Walnut Ridge, Pocahontas, Ash Fork, or Ash Flat, rather, and then Horseshoe Bend. Cave City is covered, Calico Rock. It's not big enough, apparently. Melbourne, Bull Shoals, Yellville, Mountain Home, and then Mountain View, Mountain Grove in Missouri. There's Burrable, Eureka Springs, Bella Vista, Siloam Springs, Siloam Springs, Hyafel. I mean, there can't be much in Arkansas that's not covered. Danville is covered. Like, there's not much in these mountains. Yeah, I expect there's no more than a handful in Arkansas I'm missing. Missouri, we can get Caruthersville, New Madrid, Heedy. Oh, there's Malden. Kennett, we have Dexter. No, what am I doing? We have both of those. Sykeston, East Prairie, Poplar Bluff. We have Doniphan, Thayer, Thayer, Advance. We can get Cape Girardeau and then Scott City for good measure. What else is there? Fredericktown, Ironton is covered. Bonne Terre, St. Genevieve. Salem is covered. Boole, Licking. There's Willow Springs. Cadott is a town in Wisconsin. I just remembered out of the blue. And apparently it's not covered. West Plains, Ava is covered. Oh, we can get Kimberling City, Sparta. It's covered. Monett. There's also Monett, Arkansas. Let me just get that out of the way. Olivet, Michigan. That's covered. Neosho, Pearl Junction, Lamar. Oh, there's Sarcoxy, Cassville. No, that's not big enough. Um, what else? Oh, we can get Stratford, Ashgrove, Peargrove. There's Camdenton, Osage Beach, Eldon, Richland, Stover, Lori. It's not big enough. And then Boulevard is covered. El Dorado Springs, Drexel, Rich Hill. There's Harrisonville. And we can get Sedalia, Green Ridge, or Sweet Springs, Lamont, Holden. Then we have Slater. Tipton is covered. There's for sales, Whole Camp, Odessa, and then Higginsville, Concordia. And then we have Lone Jack, Excelsior Springs. We can get Platte City, and Leavenworth, Tonganoxie, Bonner Springs, Olathe. There's Lawson. You get Lawton, Oklahoma, Enid, Oklahoma, Stillwater, Oklahoma. I don't even know why I'm typing these in. Water. No. Weston or Easton. No. Sure what coffee we have. Oh, what else is there? New Franklin, Mexico. We have Moberly, Monroe City, Montgomery City, Kerman, Lynn, Taos, Wardsville, St. Martin's, and then uh, Morolla, Steelville. Soda, Festus, Beans Mill, Pacific, mm, Burger, Gerald, okay, Owensville, then we can get Wentzville, Marthasville, Ellsbury, Hannibal we have that is Louisiana, and then Vandalia we have. Oh, there's what else is there? Oh, we can get Edina, Gahoka, and then Schulpina, Kirksville, Marceline, Brookfield, Stanberry, Bethany, and then Mound City, Turkio. Okay, I mean California is covered now apparently. That's nice. Missouri is not, which is unfortunate. Iowa, we can get Fort Madison, Keokuk, Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, Lamoni, Albia, Winterset, and then Pella, Prairie City. There's Stewart we have. The south of Des Moines there, like Norwalk, yeah. And then Croydon, Preston. Now we have these. Sheraton, Villisca. Shell Rock is a completely different area. I'll type it in. Clarinda, Mount Air, Council Bluffs, and then Monona, Onawa now. Missouri Valley, Audubon, Guthrie Center. There's also Grundy Center. Just type that in. Marlin, Denison. There's Atlantic. We got Sac City, Ida Grove, Holstein, Rockwell City, Charles City, Webster City. Those are in Mason City, but we have that. Oh wait, I just remembered near Peoria, there's Dunlap, but we got that from Tennessee. Sioux City, Warden, Sioux Center, Lamar's. I just remember there's Moville, Remsen, Sergeant Bluff. There's also down here Avoca, Woodbine. I think we have Oakland. There's no way I haven't typed that in yet. What is here? Like Greenfield, Corning. Cornell is in Wisconsin, I think. I mean, obviously the university is New York, but the town of Cornell, Rock Valley, Rock Rapids, Sibley, Storm Lake, and then Milford, Spirit Lake, Emmitsburg, Estherville, Algona, and then we have Eagle, not Eagle Point, or is it Eagle Point? It's called Eagle Grove. What are you doing? And then Fort Dodge, there's Traer and Rhinebeck. Those are further southeast. Oh, what else is in northern Iowa? There's tons that I'm forgetting up here. Clarion, Garner. Before we got these. Northwood, Lake Mills, and then Pocahontas, Cherokee, and then that's all we have. We have uh, Ackley, Hartley, Belmont, Belmont, Britt. It's also Britton, South Dakota. May as well get that. Flange Rose also in South Dakota. Not sure why I'm getting these things, but okay. Decorah, Waukon, Gunberg, Post, Texas, Postville, Elmar, Strawberry Point, Elkader, and then Fresco. We already have Hampton, New Hampton, and then Anamosa, Macokota. There's a You have Tama. We don't have Marshalltown. Ames. We have Story City, Iowa Falls. I don't think we've got Forest City actually. No, we do have that. Dyersville, Alewife, um, Hartley. Or no, not Hartley. Peosta, and then Muscatine. Oh, what else is there? Columbus Junction, Mediapolis, and the county seats there. Well, yeah, it's Wapello. Well, Pleasant. We've definitely typed that in. Oh, this area. Sigourney, Grinnell, Montezuma. There's not Kalida, Kelowna, Wellman, Jessup. Um, yeah, Eldridge, Comanche. Yeah, for sure. There's stuff in the gaps that I've heard of probably. Minnesota, the entire Minneapolis-St. Paul area virtually is covered. Elk River, Zimmerman, Becker, Coldwater, no. We'll get Cato. I'm wondering if the best strategy at this point is just to type in like the biggest cities that I'm missing, just to make sure this, because I could use all of the largest cities. It would be nice to get all of them. Luth, no. I mean, New Mexico, we can get Albuquerque, of course, Roswell, Rio Rancho, Taos, we have Espanola, Santa Fe, Las Vegas, Tucumcari, Portales, Clovis, Hobbs, Lovington, Jol, and then Artesia, Carlsbad, Ruidoso, Rossa, Capitan, Alamo Gordo. We got the El Paso suburbs, Horizon City, and I think that's all of them covered. Sunland Park is covered too, yeah. Las Cruces, and then Hatch, Truth, or Consequences, Stalkero, Belen, Los Lunas, and then Bosque Farms, northeast there. It'll just be Bernalillo. Or no, it's not. Okay, that is what it is. Gallup, Angel Fire, Cuesta, Moriarty, Edgewood, Stancia, Santa Rosa, Raton, Clayton is covered. Columbus is covered. Deming, Silver City, Bayard, Lordsburg, New Mexico is not covered. It's quite an easy state cover. There's not much. What else is there? What have I missed? Is there something up here? Whatever, I'll cover Phoenix area, Paradise Hills, or no, Paradise Valley, Cave Creek, and then east there's like Winged Mesa, Apache Junction, Queen Creek, Maricopa, Casa Grande, Coolidge, Eloy, and then Surprise, Avondale, Buckeye, Wickenburg, Gila Bend, Prescott Valley, Cottonwood, Flagstaff, Sedona, Clarkdale, no, Shoalo, Holbrook, Winslow, St. John's, Egar, Kingman, Lake Havasu City, Bullhead City, and then there's Camp Verde, Chino Valley, Then we can get Walton, Yuma, Somerton's covered. And then Tucson, Arana, Oro Valley, Sahuarita, Nogales, Bisbee, Tombstone, Ensign's covered. Sierra Vista, Nogales is, well, why am I typing that in? Safford, and then Wilcox, Globe, south of there, Superior now. What am I thinking of? Kearney, North Platte, Omaha, Gothenburg, Cozad. It's getting random towns in Nebraska out of the way. Hastings covered. Like most of Arizona. Realistically, it's covered. Um, Utah area. Orem was uncovered. Santa Quinn. And Cedar City is uncovered as substantial. Hurricane, Kanab, Fredonia, Colorado City, Ivans, Lanning, Monticello, Moab, Price, and Wyoming. Let's just get Cheyenne, Laramie, Gillette. There's a Gillette in Wisconsin without the E. Rock Springs, Lander, Riverton, Green River, Lyman, Kemmer, Pinedale, Afton, Wings, Montana is uncovered. Great Falls, Missoula. No, oh, we got that from South Carolina, Missoula. What else is big in Montana that I haven't gotten? Kalispell, just get Havre, Chinook, Malta, Honeywood, Glasgow, Sydney, no, Wolf Point, Miles City, Glendive, Roundup, Strip. I mean, there's no real point to getting these. They're tiny. West Yellowstone, we got Kalispell, Whitefish, Polson, Ronan, Stevensville, Thompson Falls. I get Thompson, Georgia. I did. Helena, Butte, Anaconda, Deer Lodge, Townsend. Why am I saying Wyoming? Idaho, Idaho Falls, Rexburg, Twin Falls, Pocatello. Mountain Home is covered. This Glens Ferry, Ely, Ketchum, Salmon, Orofino, Rangeville, Beezer, Payette, Emmett, Fruitland, Marsing, Homedale, Byler, Parma, Boulder, Plymouth. Burley is covered. Blackfoot, Rigby, St. Anthony, Soda Springs, Malad City, American Falls, Jerome, Gooding, Wendell, Shoshone. I've got Cody, Powell, you have Sheridan, Manchester, Lovell, Warland, Grable, Demopolis, Guernsey, Lusk, Torrington, and then Sundance, Moorcroft is not in here. Right, we have uh, Coeur d'Alene is uncovered. Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint, Kellogg, or what is that? Okay, St. Mary's, Moscow, Lapwai, Plummer, um, Camier. What else is there? Bismarck is covered by, and we don't have Fargo, Grand Forks, Bemidji, Brainerd, Mylacca, Duluth. I'll get Hermantown. Okay. Grand Marais, Silver Bay, Two Harbors, International Falls, Grand Rapids, Hibbing, Babbitt, Bagley, Park Rapids, Park River, Park Falls, which I didn't get in northern Wisconsin. That's a substantial one up there. Williston, we have Dickinson, Minot is covered, Devil's Lake, Valley City, Wahpeton, get Wilmar in Minnesota, Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, Little Falls is covered, Mobridge Pier, Rapid City, Spearfish, Sturgis, Sioux Falls is covered, um, Vermilion, Yankton, Elk Point, um, Aberdeen is covered, Watertown is covered, Millbank, Seton, Redfield, Gettysburg, we already have, Chamberlain, Winter, Rosebud is unincorporated, Mission, Leadville, Colorado. I just realized we haven't even done Colorado. Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Canyon City. There's no point in typing that. Cripple Creek, Fort Morgan, Grand Junction, Fruita, Aurora. What else is there? Palmer Lake, Montrose, Gunnison, Durango, Salida, Mancos, Mayfield, Del Norte, Monte Vista, Alamosa, Trinidad, Bolsenburg, Cortez, Telluride, Aspen, Crested Butte, Silt, Rifle, Parachute, Gypsum, Basalt, Idaho Springs, Estes Park, Rangeley, Meeker, Loveland, Longmont, Fort Collins, Greeley, Keensburg, Wiggins, Ray, Gouldsburg, Holyoke, Wichita is uncovered. I haven't even done Kansas, Topeka, Emporia we have, Chanute, Parsons, Coffeyville, Independence we have, Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, Dodge City, Hayes, Hutchins, Texas, Hutchinson, Great Bend, Liberal, Guyman, Hooker, Beaver City. No, it's called Beaver. Cimarron is the county, but that's also not in Kansas. Goodland, Colby, McAllister, Jenks, Bixby, Olasso, Broken Arrow, Broken Bow, Ward, O'Neill, Cook, Benita, Briar Creek, Wagoner, Muskogee, Shawnee, Cushing, Ponca City, Stillwell, Tonkawa, Blackwell, Newkirk, Ortlesville, Nolata, Elk City, Watonga, Walters, Orica, Cache, Elgin, Lubbock, Amarillo, Abilene, Chickasaw Falls, San Angelo. What else is there? Victoria, we have Big Spring, Brownwood, Brownfield, Littlefield, Plainview, Abilene, we have other large things. I mean, I'll get random stuff like Bracketville, Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Uvalde. There's Crystal City, Carrizo Springs, Hondo, Cotulla, Pearsall. I think that's it. Okay, apparently I missed an entire area in Florida. I just didn't look at Cocoa and Rockledge and a few other things like there. Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, those would be in there. Otherwise, I think, oh, I missed Clarksdale, Mississippi as well. Otherwise, it looks like all the largest things I missed were just in states that I wasn't able to review as much as I would have liked to cover. Like, I never typed in Fountain Hills for Arizona. Damn. But that handily puts me in first place. Second place, 10,556. My current score, 11,071. So, I mean, I'm content with getting first place, but I would have liked to have actually covered everything that I wanted to cover, which, again, Darren from HugeQuiz, if you're watching this, please make it so that you can have a longer time limit. I'm not sure how exactly it would implement that, if there would be some fancy way, but just have a longer time limit for this quiz so I can actually complete it to the best of my ability. But anyway, uh, yeah. I mean, every single one of these cities is one that I've, you know, heard of before, and that has a population of probably, these probably all have a population above 10,000. I mean, they definitely do because Cape Canaveral isn't showing up and that has about 10,000 people. So yeah, these are all pretty significant. But yeah, I suppose that is the end of my world record attempt on the huge quiz, US 1K plus city coverage quiz. Thanks for watching and goodbye.